Hi, it's Ted McGrath, and I'm here with Tom from EscapeDates, and I guess the question of the hour is why EscapeDates and why now?
That is the question of the hour. It might be the question of 2 hours.
It'd be the question of the century right there.
You know, I don't think I have to elaborate on it. The economy's tough right now.
Mm-hmm.
People are looking for opportunity. There's a lot of people out there looking to survive. It's just the timing couldn't be more perfect. I tell people, before you start getting all excited about getting the escape artist dream, I had a friend that used to say that, yeah, when people came out of these opportunity meetings, their feet were like 6 feet off the ground,
Mm-hmm.
Mach 3 with their hair on fire, and they don't even know what they just signed up for.
Right.
When I tell people about EscapeDates, I say, let's look at the marketplace as it relates to the consumer. Okay, first you have to have big market share. We do. 98 million people, single people, and we're not just a single site. We include married couples and a lot more. So, big market share.
Mm-hmm.
Then you look at the technology. Have you ever heard of social networking?
Of course.
Okay. Who hasn't?
Of course.
Okay.
Right.
So I love Mark Zuckerberg. He's trained the world on how to do social media.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to train people how to do social media.
Right.
Okay, so the technology's in place. And by the way, technology, people use online dating in Europe, they use it in Asia. So it's not just limited to the United States. It's a global model.
Mm-hmm.
And as we do diversify into multiple languages, it's what they're already doing. So the technology works. And then, ultimately you get into, the business itself of what the product is. There's a lot of value in relationships. And as you said, when you joined initially not even realizing, I guess it was a comp plan. You knew there was a money-making component,
Mm-hmm.
but that wasn't important to you.
Right.
What was important to you?
Well, one is the travel aspect. I mean, the travel aspect to meet people and to go places that I love and that I've never been before.
Like Georgia.
Yeah, like Georgia, right here in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we're not in Atlanta right now, but last night we were in Atlanta,
Yeah,
right?
it was a good time.
Yeah, and just thinking about we had fun last night. We went out socially, and I've been here for the weekend for business and socially, and we went out and we had a good time last night. And you know what? To be able to be part of a community and actually have that on the calendar, like I'm looking forward to that. Like the next month when I come out here and we go and do something socially within EscapeDates, that's fun. So to have something every month to look forward to, and then to have something every quarter on a bigger scale to where I can get away, kind of decompress, and all the while I'm meeting great relationships. And also I'm a single guy, so I've never been on a dating site before, but this is the first, and this is awesome.
Yeah.
So those are some
And
of the reasons that I joined.
Not just a dating
And it's not just dating.
Right.
Well, of course, the other aspect is I can meet relationships and get my message out there of helping people with their passion and helping them turn it into a profitable business. So I'll meet so many other entrepreneurs that could be clients of mine.
Yes.
I mean, so that's my business is my passion. So that's a huge reason for me as well to grow my business here as well.
Right. Yeah, and I mean that's when you look at EscapeDates, that's to me what it's all about. First, it's some people will come on because they want to meet the right person. Mm-hmm. They may want to meet somebody internationally. Some people will come on because they want to promote their business, and honestly, some people will come on just because they want to make money. Whether that has enough passion behind it to last, I don't know. But we really provide a great opportunity for all types of people, and it's not. You don't have to be health conscious to join our company, or you don't have to want to be clean, cleanliness with all the soaps and everything. You don't have to do that, or have to worry about your skin and worry about skin creams.
Right.
Everybody has relationships.
Yeah.
And so our demographic is very broad. And you said why EscapeDates right now? Okay, yeah, there's a lot of people looking for opportunity, but social media has gone through phases, and the internet has too. It all started free. And everybody said the internet will always be free. Well, how many web subscriptions do you have right now?
Lots.
Yeah. Remember when they said it was all going to be free?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, I've got auto drafts on my bank account. I don't even know what they are for.
Right. I'm the same way.
I have to change my bank card every once in a while and get them to call me and say, hey, you didn't pay your bill. Oh, that's what that's for.
Right.
So, when you looked at that, social media is going to do that too. There's going to be I say social media 4.0, 5.0, people are going to start paying, and I've seen a couple companies recently where they're starting to empower the members to create groups where they actually earn revenue from ad, or they're sharing the revenue with the social media.
Right.
And in essence, we're doing that. We're sharing 60% of the revenue from the membership fees for our organization, for our membership base to build escape dates.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a big point of why we created Escape Dates, is we know it's moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard a general sales manager for IBM talk the other day at a venture capital conference. She controls 60% of IBM's revenues, like or 40 billion a year or something like that, that she's in charge of. And one thing she said is go where the puck is going. You know, go where the hockey puck is going, and know where the next big move is. Because if you can get there first and then the masses follow, you're in a great spot. And I really do think social media will evolve to our model, the one that we have, where it empowers people, provides them a vehicle to make money doing social media. I look at, and I added up the numbers, and it was astronomical. You factor in the workforce, deduct 2 hours per month. Was it 2 hours per month? No, it wasn't 2 hours per month. It was 2 days per month. Deduct 2 days per month times 12 months, and then add that up times an average wage times the number of Americans, just Americans that use social media, and the amount of non-productivity. And what I want people to make money. Entrepreneurialism, to me, is what will rebuild this economy.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you believe that as well. And we want people to start making $100,000 a year.
Well, I think everybody's asking the question. I mean, everybody asks the question, how do you make money on social media? I mean, that's the big thing right now. People are saying, oh, I'm wasting my time
Before
on social media.
Escape Dates, you couldn't.
You couldn't.
Yeah, no, we're the first one.
But everybody's asking that question. So,
Yeah.
so that's huge. I mean, this is a byproduct of a question that's been asked by a lot of people, and you just happen to put together the ingenious of integrating personal life, professional life, financial life, and people want that. You know, people don't want to have to go everywhere, and it doesn't mean they're not going to be on the other sites, but you're integrating with all of that. And I think it's just an amazing thing, and I'm excited to be part of it.
Yeah, it's you know, people are and that's funny because when people do come to Escape Dates, they don't normally know there's a comp plan associated, or a way to make money. And then all of a sudden this aha moment, and I've seen you have that aha moment over this last weekend. You went, wow, I was already passionate about it, but now you throw in, I can actually make money doing it.
Well, I was totally passionate about it already.
Yeah.
Just simply for the reasons I stated, and just adding the money. I don't do anything unless I'm passionate about it. I mean, that's just who I am. If I can't get fully behind it and be excited to be part of it, then I wouldn't do it. And to know that the comp plan exists, and to hear you talk about it a little this weekend, I'm like, wow, you can actually get paid to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, you could make extra $600 a month very easily with us, or you could make an extra. I jokingly tell people our comp plan is capped at $370-something thousand per month, so you are limited on how much you can make with us.
The other thing that I really like right now, especially with what's going on in the economy, is, you know, people need community.
Yeah.
They really do. People need community, especially in times like now. And you and I have a mentality that we can really thrive in times like now, where other people are seeing survival mode, we're seeing thrival mode. And when you're in a community of like-minded people who are about thriving and who are supporting each other to do that, like in Escape Dates, it just makes the experience that much more enjoyable. You have that much more confidence because you're with like-minded people, and you get to look forward to spending time with these people over, you know, your lifetime on cruises or on the events that you're going to be planning and the conferences that you're going to be having. It's just going to be an overall really foundational support for people in so many different ways.
Yeah. Do you know when Facebook was started?
When was it started?
It was started in economic downturn, one of the worst in history. And everybody thought he was crazy, you know, Mark Zuckerberg. And I heard somebody speak on that, and they said some of the greatest opportunities, look when Microsoft was started. It was started in economic downturn. Great companies are started in times where people look for solutions and ways to rebuild, and that's when entrepreneurialism does thrive.
There were a lot of the companies started during the Great Depression.
Yep.
Yeah, some of the pioneers.
So I mean, look at this time. This is where people are looking to be highly creative, and people are looking for ways to change business models that they like, but they're not exactly bringing value. I mean, I know that social media has brought me value, but it hasn't really helped me pay my bills.
Right.
I made a lot of great friends, and that's not. But if I'm going to spend, and I probably spend an hour a day because of my business on social media, and when you add that up and you look at the value, if I'm not making money doing that, And we know that probably, what, 5-10% of the people who use Facebook actually do it for commercial purposes. And they have evolved that to allow people, when they invented the fan page. It used to be, boy, if you promoted business on your Facebook page, they'd shut you down. But now they have new ways, and they kind of expect it. And I want people with Escape Dates not only to identify great relationships where they can bring value, quality of life results, but where they can also do what you're doing, and that is create, and you go to Ted's profile, you'll see that he has videos on there, and you're going to be adding to it and bringing value to your global social network.
Absolutely, and I think at the end of the day, the technology piece is huge, which is virtual. But I think at the end of the day, what's happening in the world is the human component is so important.
Yeah.
And so the human component can go so far in the virtual world, and then to have these conferences and events and these local get-togethers on an ongoing basis and trips adds that component that the people, quite frankly, they have to have these days.
Well, I've said this before, and I jokingly, when I go out, sometimes I'm in front of my computer, and I feel like I've been there for 90 days, and I go out to dinner with friends, and I just kind of lean over, I go, am I acting normal? Because you wonder if you've lost your socialization skills because you live in front of 3 computer screens, and it's like, those are your buddies, and you live on Skype. Like, I think 90% of my relationships are on Skype.
I know.
And it is, this is so funny, because we're at this incredible club last night, and we're sitting there looking around, and Ted looks at me and he goes, wow, I can't wait for this to all be Escape Dates people. And I think both of our eyes went, oh, that's going to be so cool.
Exactly, right? But it's something about the community and being out there and doing it together. It's just much more fun. And we were with a small group last night. Imagine now a larger group of 100 or 1,000 people.
Oh, I mean, what percentage of the full membership community, let's say we have 100,000 people or 500,000 people, when we say we're going to go do a monthly event or a quarterly combine event where we have great trainers that are going to come in and train people on how to build their Escape Dates businesses. And by the way, when we hold a 5-day, 4-night event, there's probably going to be about 1 day of training.
No, right.
Okay, the rest is
like
going to be
3-4 hours.
It's not like the typical conferences you go to where you're locked in a hotel room and they give you like 4 hours to go out and play and have fun. No, ours is going to be the other way around.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, it's about as we say, let's just throw a dang party and let's build a business.
Everybody's up for a party, right? Everybody's up for a party.
That was great. I mean, you look at if 1% come and 5,000 people, and we decide we want to go to San Diego, and we take your recommendation on a great place, or we talked about Miami, there's going to be great places that we can go, and like-minded people are going to show up, and that's exciting to me.
Very exciting.
People that are making money. We like hanging out with people who are making money.
Absolutely.
Motivated, entrepreneurial. So why Escape Dates right now? Did we answer it?
I think we answered it.
So, where we're going to be in 5 years? I was looking at this curve on Facebook, and it just stayed flat for like 3 or 4 years, and then it just did a hockey stick, and it took off. And I think we have the potential to do that faster than Facebook, because number one, we don't have to train people on the technology. They already get social networking. 8 years ago, it was like voodoo. You wouldn't tell people you had a dating profile, especially at church. Okay, now people have bumper stickers. I'm on Match.com. So it's commonplace. You're not weird if you have one. You're not one of those people. But Escape Dates is already past that. So I think our movement will accelerate. We'll do it a little bit faster, and it will collapse time frames because we don't have to train people in the technology. People are looking for opportunity right now. There's a gigantic market share, and I think we've figured out the model. I think people
and everybody's interests are served here. I mean, it's a community. So everybody's interests are served in so many different ways. And when we have all of you here building this with us in this whole community, that's what makes it exciting. When people belong to something.
Yeah, there was a technology that came out called Ning that I really liked when it first came out, because they allowed people to create their own communities. So you just mentioned we're serving. We are serving some communities, and we've launched them and pushed them in that direction. But if we're not serving the yachting community, you can create that. If we're not serving the personal success coaching community, you can create that. Gardening community, whatever. You can customize your profile and say, I'm going to go after everybody in the gardening business and have them grow my global social network, and you could become one of the top bloggers if you start your social network with all gardening people,
Mm-hmm.
and it all of a sudden morphs into 100,000 people, you could become one of the largest bloggers. You're looking at me like,
my wheels are already turning. My wheels are already turning.
Yeah, so
all I'm thinking is you can become a leader in whatever category that you're in. So whatever your passion is, you can create that, become the leader in there, and become one of the lead bloggers and get your message out.
Right, and not necessarily on your own efforts.
Right.
I mean, you could, let's say, you brought in 50 gardeners, and all of a sudden one of them brings in like 100,000 gardeners.
Yeah.
That's your global social
Right,
network.
right.
And that's cool. And the same goes for the success coaching.
And then you can send out messages to all those people and just say, hey, you know, any updates on anything you want to share that could improve their lives, and any message you want to share, you just send an email out and get to reach all these people.
A lot of, and that brings up a good point. A lot of networking companies don't allow you to do that,
Right.
and we are, because we know that people are going to be promoting other network marketing companies and other businesses, as you are with your success coaching. People are going to be promoting businesses on there, and we encourage that. Some people will use us as a front business, and we will be their core business.
Right.
Other people will use our business to finance their business. And we've talked about this in another video, and I think it's important that we talk about this, that you can build escape dates around, like cottage businesses will build around it, kind of like they did eBay. And people don't know what cottage business, that means when you take another business and you leverage off of it, like they created these doll shops on eBay. I mean, there were kids that created multi-million-dollar businesses with T-shirts.
Right.
And so electronic stores and mowing equipment. I mean, it's just, eBay was a master at creating cottage businesses built around a platform. We want to do the same model. If we're your front business, great. But if in your business, if all of a sudden you have 100,000 or 500,000 people in your global social network that are following your passion of profits philosophy, that Escape Dates has done its job for you, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And that's the way we've designed it.
Absolutely.
So, I think why Escape Dates? Why now? Because we're at the right place at the right time, and I think we've put together the right mousetrap.
Amen.
So, appreciate your time.
Hey, I appreciate being here.
Yeah. Thanks.